Leni is not the next Cory. There are those who romanticize it, but the saying history repeats itself is quite inaccurate if it's just in this context. That if the widowed Aquino won the fight against the Marcos regime, then maybe 36 years later, the pink Mrs. Robredo can achieve the same thing. But let's rethink of what it actually means to draw parallels from past events to present moments. Because if you lay down all the elements, they're not all similar nor consistent. Now, there was no assassination. Recently, there's no walkout on a rigged snap election. We don't even come close to 2 decades of autocratic oppression. So maybe we need to make sure these preconditions won't happen again. No more escalation. But still no, Leni is not just another Cory. But maybe, could it be, a mere coincidence that these two leaders are both ladies? Because Cory was the face of a first for women in the past century, while the future is female. That's the trend for Leni. But it's reductive to brand their identities with just their gender. All the more it's unfair to make all of this just about names to remember. It's all about the movement they're a part of, rather, a movement with so much meaning and power. So anyone who is still stuck with the narrative that this is just a fight between two families, the Aquinos and the Marcoses, is either asleep back in their history classes, or maybe it's their desperate move to stand out, win votes by dividing the masses. Because when we say history repeats itself, it's when the same force of evil is again being felt, and the devil may come in different forms, disguised under a cloak of lies, but we know its name, its face, its blood-red eyes. Because when we say history repeats itself, it's when good rises again to fight the darkness we've dealt. We cling on to the hope of what we have previously done, a beaming light possessed by all of us, not just by one. So this light can be yellow, it can be pink, it can be white. What will happen again is this ray of hope will shine bright. At the end of the day, once we stand together side by side, this is the true and genuine unity. Because again, the power of the people will decide.